There is a moment in multifamily that every operator is familiar with. It's that moment where you feel like you have finally done it. Your PMS is talking to your CRM, and your revenue management system is pushing information in and out of the PMS and out to the ILSs, and it's doing so appropriately. Everything is finally connected, and you sit back and think, we finally solved it. Well, I'm here to tell you, you haven't. I'm Mike Brewer, and this is The Intelligence Fabric, a podcast about how information shows up in multifamily. So let's pull on that thread. I think it's fair to say that every integrated tech stack in multifamily right now has the same quiet problem. Connected systems do not create a connected organization, and integration is not intelligence. And confusing the two is costing you both time and money. Let's talk about what integration actually does. It moves data. That's it. A lead captured here shows up in your CRM or your PMS. Once you sign a lease, it updates occupancy. Work orders trigger status changes. It's plumbing. It's good plumbing. It's necessary plumbing. But plumbing is not intelligence. Plumbing doesn't think. It doesn't connect cause to effect. It doesn't surface trade-offs. It doesn't tell you what happens 3 months from now based on a decision that you made just today. It delivers information, does not create meaning. But there's a gap. And here's where that gap hides. You increase your marketing spend, you're going to get more leads, you're going to get more traffic. The integration is going to work like it's supposed to. And then your leads will convert at a steady clip. Your operations will get better. Your service response, however, slows a little bit, just slightly, but nobody really notices until 90 days later when your renewals start to soften. In this case, you have every system connected. Every data point is available somewhere in that stack, but no one sees the relationship in time because integration gives you visibility, but it doesn't ensure understanding. This is the illusion that catches owners and operators off guard. The stack, it's fully integrated. It feels like all of your work is done. But now what you have access to is more data than ever without a system for making sense of it or giving you any sort of clarity. Nothing is unifying that data and turning it into useful information. So let's talk about what intelligence actually requires. It requires a signal that stays connected through your organization. You need context that travels with the data. It can't just be a number. It's really not useful if it is just that. It's only useful if that number is held in context. Feedback loops that reveal consequences before those consequences hit your NOI. And it requires something that most tech stacks don't have. A unifying layer, an intelligence fabric that sits on top of your data, where decisions can be understood. That's the difference between reporting and reasoning, between reacting and anticipating. If you're leading a portfolio right now and you still get frustrated every single Monday morning because you spend half of your time reconciling the numbers instead of making decisions, that's your sign. That's your signal. Stop. This is your tell that the integration alone is insufficient. So the next time somebody on your team says, we are fully integrated, you can feel free to chuckle inside before you ask the harder question. Do we actually understand how our data in our systems behave? Because until the answer is yes, fully integrated is just a feel-good phrase, not meaning. Here's your simple call to action. Go figure out where your data stops talking. Decisions become semi-educated guesses. That gap is the work. That's it for the Intelligence Fabric today. If something here resonates, pay attention. And I'll see you on the next episode where I'll pull another thread in multifamily. Thank you for listening.